Welcome to NewsLine. I am Jennifer Igwe. Gather your family. It's another edition of NewsLine, and as usual, we have a long list of human interest stories. Now, giving is a lifestyle for some. It is not about what they have, their bank account, or how rich they are, but the selfless desire to affect lives. On the lineup today is the inspiring story of one of NTA's staff who, despite a meager earning, decided to give a scholarship to a primary school pupil in Calabar. Amazing gesture indeed. Stay tuned for more on this. The grandparents are amazing and special. There is no love and care that can beat that of a grandmother and father. We regard them as great support system and safe haven. So you can imagine how disappointing it is to hear of a grandmother who sold an infant. Why such cold action? What are the consequences? You can get answers if you stay tuned. Then, on the lineup, we have splendid cultural celebrations that capture the diverse cultures and traditions in Nigeria, from the hypnotic music and majestic horsemanship in the far north, to the fascinating Ofala Festival in the southeast, and other royal celebrations from across the nation, plus a unique homecoming that mirrors the impact of the point of no return journey of the transatlantic slave trade. I'm sure you're wondering what that is all about. You have to stay tuned to find out. But I have to pause here so that we can take the news segment. And as usual, we have my colleague taking it from Abuja, and Claire Adelabu Abdurazak is all set. Oh, I can see it's not Claire. It is Elizabeth Omori. So, Lizzie, we're ready for the news.
Thank you so much, Jennifer, and thanks for joining us for the news segment. Vice President Kashim Shettima has arrived at the United States of America to participate in the AFDB World Food Prize facilitated Noma Ebola International Dialogue. In a statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President, Media and Communications Office of the Vice President, Stanley Onwokcha, the Vice President, as a special guest, is due to deliver a keynote address at the event, which will commence on October 24, 2023. The Vice President, while in the United States, will be engaged in meetings across some states of the U.S. with manufacturers, investors, and top government officials. On the Norma Bolag International Dialogue, the Vice President will use the platform to speak on potentialities and endowments of Nigeria's agricultural sector, woo investors in achieving President Tinubu's mandate and programs for Nigeria's agri-food sector. Into education, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu reaffirms his commitment to enhance STEM education and promote innovative and technological advancements as drivers of economic growth. Correspondent Ajibola Christopher reports that this was the message of the President during the 6th and 7th convocation ceremony of the Federal University, Lokoja.
President Tinubu, represented by the Minister of Special Duties and Intergovernmental Affairs, Zephaniah Bitrus Gisalo, praised the achievement of the university's governing board since the institution's reopening in 2012. The university expanded from 11 programs to 53 across 6 faculties, underlining its commitment to enhancing education. President Tinubu emphasized that education is the cornerstone of societal development, unlocking the potentials of Nigeria's youth population to secure a prosperous future. His administration remains steadfast in reforming the education sector and eliminating disruptions caused by striking among tertiary institution workers.
Let me say education is one of the priorities of the 8-point agenda of Mr. President, Renew Hope. So education is renew hope. Education is renew hope. Renew hope is education, and we'll get there. So this is one of the university, the best university, federal university we can see.
Which to also charge the students to face the world and go and make the difference. Let them know you are a graduate of Federal University Lokoja.
Issue to be good ambassadors of Federal University Lokoja and ensure that you strive to uphold the morals and values of this noble university.
White-collar jobs are far-fetched. We therefore urge you explore the entrepreneurial field, which is the new order. That is why your training has been both diverse and versatile.
The Federal University Lokoja conferred degrees on 2,738 graduates and recognized 7 distinguished Nigerians with honorary degrees for their contributions to nation's development. In Lokoja, Ajibola Christopher, NTA News.
Now, talking security, the Benue State government has vowed to ensure perpetrators of the Otukpo bank robbery and other collaborators are apprehended and brought to book. The Deputy Governor, Sam Ode, gave the assurance when he visited the Ochi Idoma in his palace in Otukpo to commiserate with him and the entire people over the incident. Simbiat Agbaji has details.
The Deputy Governor of Benue State, Sam Ode, in company of heads of security agencies in the state, visited the various scenes of the coordinated armed robbery attack in Otukpo. While commiserating with the families of the deceased, he described the act as barbaric and assured the people of Otukpo and indeed the Idoma nation that the perpetrators will face the wrath of the law.
We are going to sit down as a community to work together with governments so that together we can design a new security architecture to respond to this level of criminality. We are not going to allow this to be swept under the carpet. Those who have perpetrated this heinous act will be brought to account.
I'm a little bit fulfilled that at least the police were able to kill at least 2 of them and some arrests made. Let's start something and see how we can move further.
The Ochidama, His Royal Majesty, John Elaigu Odogbo, while condemning the unfortunate incident, called for more security personnel to be deployed to the zone. The Deputy Governor thereafter visited the victims who were receiving treatment for injuries sustained. Meanwhile, 4 persons have been arrested in connection with the armed robbery attack, while 2 of the suspected robbers were killed during a gun duel with security operatives. Simbiat Agbaji, NTA News.
And joining us via telephone to give us an update on the bank robbery in Otukpo is the Police Public Relations Officer, Benue State Police Command, SP Catherine Anene. SP Anene, thank you so much for joining us on the news.
Thank you and welcome to Benue State.
Thank you. All right, could you tell us what exactly has the police in particular and other security agencies done regarding this incident?
This incident happened on Friday at about 4:30 p.m. in the evening. Officers on ground were already engaging these robbers, trailing them before other teams were sent to join them some hours later. I received a report of officers that lost their lives. Some are currently receiving treatment at the hospital. Some persons to civilians in the bank who lost their lives. Oh. But I have not received any other information from the team on ground since then. I hope to get more information by tomorrow.
Okay. SP Anene, what is the situation right now in Otukpo?
The situation is under control as we speak. So many police officers on ground to stabilize the environment. We have deputy commissioners of police on ground and other senior officers trying to stabilize Otukpo at the moment. The area is calm. No cause for alarm.
Okay. All right. We understand that 4 persons have been arrested in connection with this crime. Are there efforts to fish out other perpetrators?
This report has not gotten to me up till now.
Okay.
I'm only hearing rumor that 4 persons were arrested. I have not gotten that report up till now.
All right, SP Catherine Anene, we want to...
I will get reports before I can speak on such matters.
Okay. All right, we hope to get more updates from you on this case. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Moving on, the Nigerian Customs Service says its men with timely reinforcement from the Nigerian Army repelled attack on its facility in Gaidam, Yobe State by suspected Boko Haram terrorists. A statement by the Public Relations Officer of Customs, Abdullahi Miwada, says the service lost an officer in the encounter. Meanwhile, the Comptroller General Adewale Adeniyi appreciates the cooperation from sister security agencies and commiserates with the family of the fallen hero, saying the service remains resolute in ensuring adequate security at the nation's borders. Still on security, the fight against insecurity has received a boost with the graduation of 654 special forces from the Nigerian Army Training Center, Kachia, Kaduna State. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, warns perpetrators of violence to desist or face renewed onslaught. Dauda Mohammed reports.
Firepower by the new set of special forces trained in distant, sniper and reactive shooting. The Special Forces Unit also displayed shooting after physical effort, advanced shooting drills, unarmed combat and small unit tactical movement demonstration with close air support. Chief of the Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, commended the soldiers and the instructors for their professionalism and dedication to duty.
Expect these young men to make impact in wherever they are deployed, either in the northeast, the northwest, or any other part of Nigeria where they are deployed, and quickly address whatever insecurity that is currently bedeviling such an area and bring it to stability. That is what you should expect from this set of troops that are graduating from here today.
The Chief of Army Staff also inaugurated a state-of-the-art bakery constructed at the Nigerian Army School of Artillery.
For these soldiers of 84 regular recruit intake, having undergone 16 weeks of advanced infantry training to become special forces, they are expected to man the next sort of Operation Restore Hope. From the Nigerian Army Training Center, Kachia, I am Dauda Mohammed, NTA News.
The Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC, is urging the National Assembly to commence the process of amendment for the 2022 Electoral Act. This part of recommendations by the Election Observation Team of IPAC to Liberia. Timothy Yusuf reports.
The mission undertaken by IPAC.
With the support of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, some members of IPAC were in Liberia to observe and take notes about how elections are conducted in Liberia. Briefing on the outcome of the election held on October 10, 2023, IPAC believes that
we must change our orientation. We must believe in the country, over and above money and other, ephemeral things that are not really important.
The council insists Nigeria's political stakeholders could still demand further amendments from the lawmakers towards ensuring electoral integrity.
It pays to be committed to this country. Let us be committed to our country, because without it we can get nowhere. But the laws are very important.
The IPAC team observed that eligible voters in Liberia were well informed about the importance of focusing on issues such as voter education, environmental awareness, and the rule of law. Out of the population of about 5.4 million Liberians, some 2.4 million registered voters got the opportunity to elect one president, 15 senators, 73 members of House of Representatives, and voting in 5,890 polling units. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
Away from electoral matters, palliative repairs on the Adeniji inbound section of the Third Mainland Bridge is being fast-tracked ahead of the 12 midnight deadline for reopening to motorists. Joel Popola reports that this effort is a makeshift intervention ahead of a comprehensive reconstruction next year.
Of motorists on the Third Mainland Bridge, especially at the Adeniji and Oworonshoki sections of the bridge, prompted the intervention of the Federal Ministry of Works in Lagos to reduce the agony of road users. The route, which is synonymous with gridlock during the rush hours, is being fixed with laying of asphalt on the potholes, making the road good enough for motorists to ply. Heavy equipment and hordes of construction workers are actively on ground to increase the pace of work and ensure that the 12 midnight deadline for reopening is met. The Federal Controller of Works in charge of Lagos, Engineer Olukorede Keisha, says the palliative repairs is expected to change the unpleasant narrative of the bridge.
By the time we open it to traffic, I'm sure they're going to thank the federal government. The motoring public are going to thank the federal government for giving us at least palliative pending when the main work will be done. For the next year, is the emergency repairs. It's a comprehensive one, whereby all this asphalt you're seeing on the road will be milled off. The bridge deck will be exposed, will be revealed, then brand new asphalt from kilometer 0 to 11.8, including the ramps, you understand, will be attended to by new asphalt. The parapets will be painted, this median will be painted, most of the expansion joints will be repaired.
By midnight, it is expected that all the critical sections will have been covered. In Lagos, Joel Popola, NTA News.
And it's time to take a breather. The news continues shortly.
Take it from me, the mind-blowing way to do things is the Glow LTE advanced way. When you stream, it's like you're in the drama itself. When you make calls, you reach where others can't. Cookie! Doing business is like running Wall Street from your street. And when you play,
I did beat the guy. We'll see about that.
It's like traveling the world without moving an inch.
Is that Toby in your room?
You can download in the blink of an eye in 4K.
Go.
And when you go for your dreams, it's like running with the strength of 3 nations behind you.
Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
In line with the renewed hope agenda of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration and the First Lady, the Mother of the Nation, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the Federal Ministry of Health, in collaboration with Ministry of Women Affairs, are commencing HPV vaccination for girls to protect them against cervical cancer. It is estimated that Nigeria records more than 12,000 new cases of cervical cancer with about 8,000 deaths every year. But the good news is cervical cancer can be prevented with vaccination, in line with global cervical cancer elimination strategy of vaccination, screening, early diagnosis and treatment. The HPV vaccine, which prevents against cervical cancer, will be administered to girls aged 9 to 14 in schools, communities and all primary healthcare facilities from 24th of October 2023. HPV vaccine and all other vaccines are free, safe and effective. Women of reproductive age and above are encouraged to go for screening. For further inquiries, call the following NPHCDA toll-free number 7722. This message is from the Federal Ministry of Health with support from Ministry of Women Affairs.
We get home, and we get love, and we get children. We spice the world. With a meal so great and so healthy. You know we've got your back. Oh, with Irisco, Rigico, Nigico, 100% natural tomato paste. Yeah, Irisco tomato. Oh yeah, don't you? I love you, Pelu. Rigico tomato paste.
Made in Nigeria.
Nigeria. Buy a Risco product.
Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste. We pick fine quality tea leaves from selected tea gardens around the world to give you Lipton Yellow Label's flavorful and balanced taste in every sip.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for thrilling sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash out, and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 100,000 Naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
The Federal Ministry of Health, through the National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, NPHCDA, in collaboration with partners, will be introducing the human papillomavirus HPV vaccine into Nigeria's immunization schedule against cervical cancer and other HPV-related diseases. The HPV vaccine will be launched at the banquet hall of the Presidential Villa on Tuesday, the 24th of October 2023, by Her Excellency Senator Oluremi Tinubu, First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. HPV vaccine will be administered to girls 9 to 14 years in schools, communities, and all PHC centers in the 15 Phase 1 states and FCT on 24th to 28th October 2023 to prevent against the pains of tomorrow. HPV vaccine and all other vaccines are free, safe, and effective. This message is from NPHCDA with support from partners. For further inquiries, call the NPHCDA toll-free number 7722.
Nivea Pearl and Beauty Deodorant. With natural pearl extracts and avocado oils for soft, smooth, and beautiful underarms. The perfect balance of 48-hour protection and care with delicate fragrances. Feel the power of pearls. Nivea Pearl and Beauty for soft, smooth, and beautiful underarms. Try our new Pearl and Beauty Black Pearl for smooth and perfumed underarms.
Thanks for staying with us. Politicians and other well-meaning Nigerians have been enjoined to complement government's efforts in ensuring food security, job creation, and economic development by investing in the agri sector. This came to light when the Emir of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero, and Emir of Dutse, Hamim Nuhu Sunusi, visited Malam Alu Agro Allied Farm in Brenin Kudu, Jigawa State. Shehu Mohammed Dati tells us more.
The two emirs who toured around the farm were overwhelmed by the state-of-the-art facility put in place, which makes farming interesting and attractive, describing it worthy of emulation to well-meaning Nigerians to ensure food security and job creation. The Malam Alu Agro and Allied Farm stands at 80 hectares of land and engages in poultry, animal husbandry, as well as fishery. This greenhouse is one of the top spots that produces tomatoes and other vegetables for the country. Not only that, the farm blends fertilizer and is into other agro-island activities. The royal fathers, who not only appreciated what they have seen in the farm, also noted the country's potential.
It is imperative to commend Honorable Faruk Adamu Aliyu for the wonderful initiative, because there are very few of this facility in Nigeria. Modern farming is a trending thing worldwide, so we need it in Nigeria to compete with the rest of the world.
We're going to start exporting tomatoes and other products of this farm in December, which will help us earn foreign exchange. So we thank God. We've done a viable venture that in the nearest future will be smiling.
Faruk Adamu Aliyu informed his August visitors the farm is looking forward to receive President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is said to has recently acknowledged the Alu Agro farm to be listed amongst Nigeria's monuments. In Duse, Shehu Muhammad Dati, NTA News.
Now a bit on entertainment. The rich cultural heritage of Onitsha people in Anambra State, southeast Nigeria, was on display as they celebrated the 2023 Ofala Festival. Uchenna Wekoyo reports that the festival, with the theme Better, Stronger Together, was well attended by dignitaries from all walks of life.
It is the 21st Ofala Festival of Igwe Alfred Achebedo of Onitsha, the event, which has gained global recognition as one of the major festivals in Africa, is sponsored by Globacom Telecommunications Network. Onitsha indigenes both at home and in diaspora gather on the occasion to witness the outing of the king, who announces the end and beginning of a new season. It is also an opportunity for the Igwe to evaluate how the community has fared developmentally and chant a way forward.
It is outing for the king to celebrate within the New Yam Festival.
This celebration comes once every year after the Ewaji Festival.
The man in question, Obi of Onitsha, is a capacity king, and we, the children, we are happy with him.
Globacom has been very, very nice to us, and we hope the relationship will continue.
Ours is to take our culture, our festivals, to make them global, to make them international. That's what we've been doing with Ofala. So the Easterners, and especially the Onitsha people, have the opportunity again to latch onto our network. The old subscribers are there, they know what they are experiencing in terms of data and voice. The new ones that are coming, that we're bringing closer now because of these festivals, will also have the opportunity to benefit from our huge platform, our data, our services.
He has done well in terms of personal capacity. He has done very well in terms of being a major stakeholder in the governance of Nigeria. He has done well as the traditional and the custodian of culture and tradition of Onitsha people.
He is always in touch with the communities, various associations, the communities, and always giving his friendly advice.
The Ofala Festival, which is always a week-long event in series, is preceded by age grade parade, popularly known as Azo Ofala. The grand finale is a banquet put together to wine and dine in appreciation to God for a successful celebration.
Everything went smoothly, no hitches and no concerns for security. We thank God for that. We thank Globacom. We thank all of our people who worked tirelessly.
If you want to explore the rich cultural heritage of Onitsha in Anambra State, Southeast Nigeria, do not miss the annual Ofala Festival. In Onitsha, Uche Naweko, NTA News.
And that's the news segment. Jennifer is still standing by in Lagos for more reports. Jennifer?
Thank you, Lizzie. Now to NewsLine proper. Unity of purpose amongst people of related cultural identity has remained the bedrock of every developed society. To amplify this, Igbira sons and daughters, home and abroad, converged on Nigeria's capital city to chart a course for a more united front known as the Igbira Nation. Sarafina Okon Umekwe reports that the event was a cultural fiesta which featured homecoming and bonding on the national scale.
Ladies and gentlemen, the people you're seeing on...
It was a convergence of the three arms of Igbira, the Opete, Miakan, and Etuno Igara people, with a display of culture, tradition, and ethnicity. 4th of October has been set aside every year to host sons and daughters of the Igbira nation, who are situated in Kogi, Nasarawa, Edo, the FCT, and the nation at large. Apart from stressing the need for a drive towards community education, knowledge, wisdom in a competitive and constant changing world, unity and development in diversity are fundamental goals of the Igbira Nation.
It is just a continuation of bringing us together, the unification of our people, and also the awareness that we are one. Those that are even yet to born to come and identify fully with the already established customary and traditional heritage.
To come together to show unity. So there are very high hopes.
Love of ourselves is key. The appreciation of manufactured by the government of today. That doesn't mean that we as a people shouldn't do that we need to do for ourselves.
Established 20 years ago by leaders of thought, the umbrella body seeks to coordinate and ensure the unification of the three branches of the Ebira nation.
Culture is one way we can transfer our tradition to the younger generation. Now, apart from being famous for Islamic scholarship, Ilorin, the Kwara State capital, is popular for the production of ashoke, an age-long traditional hand-woven cloth. Khadijat Akombe says this traditional vocation can create employment opportunities for the youth and also be a source of foreign exchange earner for the country if more attention is given to it. Khadijat, give us more insight.
Ashofi, otherwise known as ashoke, is an age-long traditional hand-woven cloth which was introduced in Ilorin in the early 19th century by Ilorin indigenes of Iseyin in Oyo descent. It was initially a common vocation in Ajikobi and Alanamu areas of Ilorin, but later became popular in many other parts of the city. In the 70s and 80s, it was the major source of income for many homes in Ilorin. Mohammed Awodi, an electrical engineer, acquired his primary, secondary, and tertiary education through the ashoke business.
If we can have a very big market here, that people will come, it will serve as a source of revenue for the government.
And this is the business that we are doing for living. Even we are using it to feed our family, sending our children to school.
A university graduate, Mohammed Azan, was introduced to the ashoke business about 4 years ago after searching for a white-collar job without success.
Since I graduated, I can't see there is a source of income from other places apart from this.
The ashoke has now been transformed into modern designs such as damask, vintage, and basket, among others. A wider loom has also been introduced in addition to the old, smaller looms, which do not require being joined together before they are sewn into different designs, unlike the ones made from the smaller looms. The wholesale price of the vintage design is between 5,000 to 9,000 naira per bundle. The basket is between 10,000 to 15,000 naira, while the damask, which is the most expensive, is between 15 to 30,000 naira per bundle, depending on the materials used in the production stages.
This is the samples of the material. It is very costly because they imported it from another country.
I took up a Ghanaian married to a Nigerian, Prudence Aminat Yusuf, a retired teacher, on whether there are similarities between the ashoke and the hand-woven kente of Ghana, which has now become a symbol of the Ghanaian culture across the globe.
Initially, it belongs to the Ashantis and the Evers. They are the original makers of kente cloth, but it has come to be a part of the whole Ghana.
Is there a similarity between the kente and the ashoke of Nigeria?
There is, but the ashoke of Nigeria is more significant or more related to another kind of cloth from Ghana, which they use in making the fugu.
All the ashoke weavers who spoke with NewsLine crew were unanimous in their appeal to government at all levels to pay more attention to the ashoke vocation, which can create employment opportunities and also be a source of foreign exchange earner for the country. Although the ashoke, like the one I'm wearing, is particularly associated with the Yoruba people of southwestern Nigeria, its popularity has transcended regional boundaries.
See people all around the world, Yoruba people especially, they done this whenever they are doing anything in the US, in the UK, France, and all other places like that.
The ashoke has become a common attire at different occasions in Nigeria, and for it to occupy a pride of place as one of Nigeria's cultural heritage, government attention is imperative.
I agree with Khadijat. Ashoke is really global and we need to explore opportunities there. Numerous communities across Nigeria are currently facing the threat of losing their cultural legacies due to the absence of preservation initiatives. The residents of Iyamoye in Kogi State have recently become aware of this imminent danger. In a groundbreaking move, they have taken action to safeguard their cultural heritage from the encroachment of modernity. How? Jonathan Omajali has answers in this report.
According to age-long history, the origin of Iyamoye, a community in the Jumu local government area of Kogi State, is primarily traceable to Yoruba Credo of Ile-Ife. The cultural and linguistic similarities still remain even after centuries of separation. But how long can the people hold on to their prized cultural heritage, especially with the young generation that is susceptible to cultural imperialism? Iyamoye Cultural Day is meant to provide some solutions to the problems, as it serves as a cultural market where the young and old mingle with the aim of showcasing, transmitting and exporting the culture of the people.
Wrong thing in the town, we will use the masquerade to put the person out or to punish the person. And if rain doesn't fall in time, yes, the elder and the chieftains will call the masquerade to allow the rain to fall. And when they pray, the rain will fall.
If we forget where we are coming from, we are likely not to know where to head to. In this sense, the social behavior of our children of today seems to be negating the cultural value of our people in the past.
Culture makes people understand each other better. The people of Iyamoye have set the stage with the first cultural festival in the community.
We have beautiful cultures all around Nigeria and to the great Benin Kingdom. Celebrating the ascension to the throne of his forebears 7 years ago as Oba of Benin and his platinum jubilee in an elaborate ceremony, Oba Eware II could not hide his joy as eminent Nigerians joined him to give thanks to God and the ancestors. Angoni Okolo captured the mood on this auspicious occasion that showcased the best of Benin dance and rich cultural heritage.
As tradition demands, different groups, eminent Nigerians, members of the Edo State House of Assembly, among others, were in the palace to pay homage and congratulate the highly revered monarch who was overwhelmed by the turnout for witnessing 7 years on the throne and his platinum jubilee anniversary. This was followed by prayers wishing the king many more years of happiness and success ahead. Then it was time for Oba Eware to perform traditional rites of Ugiobodo in confirmation of chieftaincy titles on some personalities.
It's been 7 colorful years of the Oba's reign, and for many, a prosperous one. It's been a reign that has been empathetic about the Benin culture, preserving the traditions of the Benin people.
I wish him longer life. We the Beninese, we only have one
monarch, which is the Oba of Benin. So we are here to felicitate with him.
We are here to ensure that peace, unity, that our Oba have been promoting, that have been enhancing the economies and system of the Edo State should continue.
People are even struggling to come in because of the crowd. That is to tell you that the Oba is on ground and is close to the people of Edo.
One thing that Oba Iwar II stands for, which many described as unique, is his love and passion for the preservation of traditions and cultures of the kingdom. Some Nigerians listed recovery of the stolen Benin bronzes and other artifacts to Nigeria as part of laudable achievements of the monarch.
The Beninese are happy and there's prosperity in the land when the Oba is a forward-looking Oba. Look at the fight to recover our artifacts.
I want to thank him also for preserving the culture and tradition of the Beninese.
He has done so far. We can only say our Oba, we thank you.
To round up activities of the coronation, the Oba with his queens and subjects converged in Holy Arosa Cathedral to give thanks to God. He assured Benin sons and daughters of his unrelenting efforts at protecting his subjects and also bring more development to the kingdom as he prays for more peaceful years on the throne.
Obatokpe, and I say thank you for pushing for all those artifacts that were returned to the country, Great Benin Kingdom. Now, festive occasions in Nigeria's far north is always a magnificent show of rare art, hypnotic music, and horsemanship. You do not see it once and forget. It stays in your memory forever. Hamis Rogo captured some rare images in his travels to the northern extreme.
If you travel the extreme north with a camera and a wheel, you can tell the story of the world. It is my luck that when I ventured into the journey far north this time, it was an occasion of mass celebration, and the area delivers richly in its rich aesthetics, cultural richness, ancient heritage and enterprise. I captured a Daba scene up and close in Dutse in the first instance. By the way, Daba in itself can be well known. What may not be well known are some breathtaking details that are not readily exposed. It is obvious the men in Daba adorn eye-catching costumes or regalia. They are men of color. But what of the beast in a Daba? I'm stunned by the adornment on this camel. It is on the Daba road. As a spare should the emir need a spare ride. A flower can envy its color. There are some 10 multicolored, robust and gallant spare horses as well. They take on the over 10 kilometers Daba round table as extras to the need of the emir. The colors are a major ingredient in the delivery of every Daba routine. Another rare moment in a Daba is the display of equestrian skills. At this moment in Dutse, I captured at no cost extravagant horsemanship from tens of teams on the Daba setting. It is not only about horse racing, but also horse control, maneuver and bravery. Princes and subjects initiate and execute difficult horsemanship at the crowd cheer. Another rare display of color yet is when the emir, the main subject in a Daba, arrives back to his base. The display can be extravagant. My stop in Dutse was just a transit, but my destination was Machina in Yobe State. It is a border town with the Niger Republic. I was doing a story on pastoral planning, and on the road I had gone through several Fulani settlements. In Machina, I come to find another rich festival on the card. The Papa Lolos are squaring it off in a wrestling tough. However, if their wrestling was a travesty, the entertainment provided by this pastoral Fulani entity is real, big time and a thriller. The pastoral planning are not only about nomadism, but deep entertainment spirit and rich cultural heritage. They stood out as different in the whole arena, and all were taken by their costumes and dances and songs. Another thing, Fulani are without border. The group here are a unity of pastoral Fulani surviving on the fringes of Nigeria and Niger border. They share a grazing area, water points, cultural heritage and festive moments. Taken by several scenes from this Fulani, their heavy makeup notwithstanding, you can make out their faces and their tribal marks. Then, they all show several features of rich cultural heritage to keep in memory. A beautiful group with a beautiful culture.
Beautiful culture. I think we should market and sell our cultural traditions to the world. If I was not a Nigerian, I would pay to come to Nigeria to watch a ceremony like this. Fantastic. Time for some messages, more interesting features. When we return, stay tuned.
We're having a baby boy!
Girl!
Boy!
Girl!
Boy!
Surely. Guys, I've got amazing news for you.
No. Keep the news to yourself.
Which one is mine? All 8 of them? How many of them are girls?
Get 8 times the value of every recharge, 1,000 Naira sign-up bonus, and double data with Airtel over Jara. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Great meals have a way of bringing out a different side of us. This is what happens when meals are seasoned with the mouth-watering original meaty flavor of Royco. We call it the Royco effect. Royco, for the original taste and aroma.
This food sweet, not be small. But get me my pitas, make I knack.
I beg, make I go get her.
Now wait a minute. Now my bottle of bitters.
Yes. What be the problem?
Now you be the problem. Look, I no go take this one from you. Go get me my yo-yo bitters now.
Darling. Bitters now.
Make I yarn you correct fact. Yo-yo bitters dey different too. The formula wey dem take make am na panda, and the medicine action na enene. I beg comot this year stuff, make you go get me my yo-yo bitters now.
Correct natural ingredients dey inside wey dey wash all nyama, pursue waste pain plus constipation 440. Ogbonge vitamins dey inside to help your body work well.
Yo-yo bitters dey different too. The formula and action na correct. Me I no dey take another bitters o.
Non-alcoholic yo-yo bitters is available in supermarkets and pharmacy stores nationwide.
Rain, chaos. It's a non-stop war against total breakdown. But just like you, your hair can stay strong no matter what. Mega Growth Break Free, your daily defense against breakage.
Shallow, it's okay, make it relax like it's your by day. Anything you want to do it, and if you do, I'm no need to delay. You no need to stress yourself, eh? You got that world in your hand. Living like a baby girl for life, make the people know. If you wanna buy your headtime, easy access, now one time. Everything break it there, oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 oh yeah. My MTN, make you spice up your life with my MTN, Abuja. My MTN, Abuja. You fit upgrade your life with my MTN, Abuja. My MTN, Abuja. Anything you fit do with my MTN, Abuja. My MTN, Abuja.
Presenting the Good Night Power Shots. Spray 2 shots in each corner of the room. Good Night Power Shots. Spray inside, stay inside.
You clean your teeth every morning, but that fresh breath feeling just doesn't last. The answer?
easy. You'll keep your teeth strong and healthy and give your mouth long-lasting fresh breath with new Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste. It helps strengthen your teeth and gives you long-lasting fresh breath.
So fresh, still fresh, and still fresh.
Stay strong, stay fresh. New Oral-B toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
Welcome back. It may sound like a bizarre tale, but it is a true life story of a 49-year-old grandmother who sold her 3-month-old grandson over what she termed avoidance of shame and disgrace from the society. Chinyere Fesiokoye, what shame is she talking about?
That was the scenario at the office of the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare in Anambra State when they rescued 3-month-old baby boy who was allegedly sold by the grandmother and one Mr. Tochukwu Asewu to a mother of 4 girls was presented to the Commissioner. The search for the seller and the buyer of the little baby boy, the Commissioner said, began about a month ago when the biological mother of the child reported to the Ministry of Women Affairs that her mother conspired with one man and sold her baby boy against her will because she had the baby out of wedlock. My daughter, Ijoma, already had 2 boys out of wedlock before now. So, to avoid further shame and disgrace from people, I told this man to help me look for who will take care of the baby. So he helped me bring someone.
That buyer brought 100,000 and Mami Ijoma went home with 53,000 after paying the hospital bill of 47,000.
Having apprehended the prime suspects, they took relevant authorities to the buyer, where this malnourished baby boy, the buyer says she is feeding with only soya milk, was rescued.
Is this normal? The boy get headache. You know water now? It's water. So we need to take him to good pediatrician. How can you give this person local herb and root? Is that okay? Is that madness?
Meanwhile, the little boy is receiving medical attention in an undisclosed hospital, while the suspects have been handed over to the police for further investigations, after which the matter will be charged accordingly.
Interesting times, no excuse at all. Now, people of Suleja Emirate and other eminent personalities across Nigeria rolled out drums to celebrate the 13th anniversary of the Emir of Zazzau, Suleja Malam Awal Ibrahim, on the throne of his forebears. It was a grandeur event that featured colorful durbar, which would remain evergreen in the memories of those who witnessed the colorful event. Abdullahi Suleiman Yaji captured some of the thrilling moments.
This Grand Durbar, hosted by the Emir of Zazzau Suleja, Muhammad Awal Ibrahim, at his palace in Suleja, climaxed activities lined up to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the monarch on the throne. Drummers and musicians from different ethnic groups resident within the emirate thronged the palace gates, singing praises of the celebrant as Niger State Governor made a grand entry to grace the epoch occasion. It was then time for Durbar procession and the traditional gun salutes.
Organized by the people, very much against my wish. Like I said publicly, I was abroad when all the preparations were going on. We never had time, and I'm sincerely appreciative of the efforts of our people.
The 30th anniversary celebration was also an avenue for the Emir of Zazzau Suleja Awal Ibrahim to perform certain rites, including the turbaning of Saraunian Zazzau Suleja through the Iyan Zazzau Suleja Aisha Babangida.
Iyayamu have always trained us to be very hardworking, and there is nothing hard work cannot bring.
We have already entrenched in our culture as a people, as a community, traditional roles that caters for women and community needs.
Important personalities, including the guest speaker at a lecture held to commemorate the event, shared their thoughts on this milestone.
Destiny has made it possible for the alignment of forces in terms of the various types of government that are now available that will cooperate with the Royal Highness in moving this Emirates forward.
Most of us that are witnessing for the first time, I want to pray that God should keep us alive, give us good health, so that we will witness much more.
I've had the opportunity to grasp very, very important subject matter on which we can build sound arguments for our community, for our people, and for the prosperity and development of Suleja Emirates.
The historic celebration was not without the colorfully dressed palace guards.
Congratulations to the Emir. Now to humanitarian gesture. One does not have to be rich to positively impact the lives of the less privileged in the society. This widely accepted statement seems to be exemplified in the life of a News and Current Affairs Department staff of NTA Calabar, Arit Ndem, who thought it wise as she celebrates her birthday to give back to the society by using her meager salary to pay for the placement examination fee of 15 pupils of her alma mater in Calabar. Paul Abel witnessed the emotional event and takes it from here.
This is Government Primary School Henshaw Town, established in 1929, right in the heart of Calabar South Local Government Area in Cross River State. For 15 pupils of this school and their parents, it is a pleasant surprise and a great relief for their common entrance examination fees to be paid by Miss Arit Ndem, a staff of NTA Calabar, who also acquired a primary education from this school. Showering words of gratitude like these on their benefactor, who deemed it necessary to celebrate a birthday with her, is not out of place.
She made us happy. I say may God bless her. In this life she shall marry a good husband.
May God make this vision to continue in Jesus' name.
Because of doing this, may the Lord answer her all her secret prayers.
Everything that she lay her hand to touch, play favor, locate her anywhere she go.
In her own little way, Miss Arit Ndem expresses concern for the less privileged in society.
Not as if I have, but the little I have I want to share with the less privileged. There are a lot of people who cannot afford their children's placement examination fee. So I'm here to support them, and I'm calling on people that have money more than me. They're calling on politicians, I'm calling on well-meaning Nigerians to do same, to impact life. If we do this kind of thing, society in Nigeria will be a better and safer place for everyone.
I really appreciate Lady Arit Ndem for opted to come and do this for the less privileged. She has done well. Had it been about 30 or 40% of the society did this, the society would have been better.
I feel is something that any other person should emulate. You know, Arit has always been someone that always gives. She has always been a giver.
Happy birthday, Arit, and I am so inspired. Honestly, if you're not inspired, then something is wrong. Now, it is another feather added to the array of caps for the Iyalode of Lagos, Chief Mrs. Bintu Fatima Tinubu, this time from an institution outside the shores of Nigeria. Bolaji Akim was at the university in Benin Republic, where an honorary doctorate degree of the institution was awarded to the philanthropist and trailblazer.
Described as a forward-thinking matriarch, a steadfast champion of women's rights, and an accomplished entrepreneur, Chief Mrs. Bintu Fatima Omosefe Tinubu, the Iyalode of Lagos, says rendering selfless services towards the cause of humanity has no boundaries. Her make of kindness flows through empowerment, academic and social development initiative, and much more. While her unwavering dedication to uplifting others has earned her the admiration and respect of both her peers and the beneficiaries of her philanthropic pursuits. In recognition of these contributions, Ifatos University Republic of Benin conferred on her an honorary doctorate degree at the 7th convocation ceremony of the institution. The award recipient says the honorary doctorate degree means continuous dedication to humanitarian services and putting smiles on the faces of less privileged.
I feel great. Today is the day the Lord has made, and I will always be grateful. Whatever I've been doing before that earned me this award today, I'll continue to do it.
Honorary award is just to celebrate and also recognize selfless individuals who has contributed to humanity and also the nation at large. So the institution is using this as an opportunity to recognize them and also say we see the good work to encourage them to do more.
Chief Bintu Fatima Omosefe Tinubu was accompanied by family members, friends and well-wishers to celebrate and rejoice with the Iyalode of Lagos.
We say congratulations to her. Now to Badagry. Welcoming with open arms many of the descendants of those who were enslaved and forced out of the nation decades ago in the inhuman transatlantic slave trade gives them a level of solace and healing in the identity crisis that has become an hysterics in the pages of their history. Let's join Lanre Gbeleyi, who worked with the diasporans and witnessed the cultural welcome given to them and how it was organized in Badagry.
First, the diasporans retraced the steps of their ancestors as they went through the transatlantic slave trade journey of no return.
The Africans of the transatlantic ocean of the slave trade has every right to return home, and she will be incomplete with the African descendants.
Each historical juncture had the Badagry slave route towards the sea was observed.
There are villages on this island. At the time, kids were throwing stones. They are throwing death in this well. They want to fill it up. They don't want us to talk about it. But we have to organize a community meeting to tell everyone here that, look, either we like it or not, it's part of our heritage, it's part of our history.
Next, the welcome into the home soil, both regatta style for these descendants of enslaved people living abroad, returning to their roots to establish connections. The people of Badagry welcomed the diasporans home like royalties with gongs, drums, and various cultural displays. For the nation come and the Lagos State government, the 4th edition has created a path that allows the diasporans to reconnect with their roots. It is also a good mine for tourism.
Build a permanent door, and then this can be a collaboration between the private sector, the state government, and the federal government, so that we can sustain it. There are too many hidden treasures, particularly in tourism in Nigeria, but Badagry is just one of them. So this is the diaspora content to tourism. So we are exploring the diaspora tourism.
We are grateful to God that our past has not been able to put us in the past. As as we journey together with other co-pilgrims in this world to create a better world for everyone.
Pilgrimages around the world. You have Jews go back to Israel, Italians go to Rome, because they all have where they come from. Allowing the black people in the diaspora to know where they come from can have an economic impact through annual pilgrimage cultural exchange.
The diasporans say the event affirms their ancestry in addition to providing a link to their original source.
All of African traditions is based on the spiritual essence of the human being. That could not be taken away from us. They could break our bodies, they could even transform our minds, but they could not break the spirit.
The iconic site in Badagry and other parts of West Africa are now places of pilgrimage for people of African heritage in diaspora.
No matter what, you cannot take this African spirit away. And the Nigerian Diaspora Commission and the Lagos State government, well done for that initiative. We'll take another break. NewsLine will continue shortly.
Presenting the Good Night Power Shots. Spray 2 shots in each corner of the room. Good Night Power Shots. Spray inside, stay inside.
Discover Lipton's flavorful and balanced taste. We pick fine quality tea leaves from selected tea gardens around the world to give you Lipton Yellow Label's flavorful and balanced taste in every sip.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste.
Rain, chaos. It's a non-stop war against total breakdown. But just like you, your hair can stay strong no matter what. Mega Growth Break Free, your daily defense against breakage.
Get in on the action with Betano, your exciting destination for thrilling sports betting. Enjoy an award-winning experience with amazing betting options, cash out, and missions, as well as other features. Join now and get a welcome bonus of up to 100,000 Naira. Betano.ng. The game starts now.
We don't like to eat better, more nutritious meals, more veggies, but we want it tasty and easy too. Knorr Cubes, that's the secret. Made with real ingredients like chicken, parsley, and garlic, and enriched with iron, so your meals are better for you and more delicious too. That's the cook. Let's give it some accolades. Change your world by changing what's on your plate.
Did you know that a quarter of the world's deaths from malaria is in Nigeria? And the reason being a mosquito that spreads malaria, a disease that puts everyone's life in distress. We believe that protection and prevention is the best cure in the fight to end malaria. Mortein insecticide with its improved formulation kills 100% mosquitoes that spread malaria. So, spread the message of how...
Thanks for being there. It is a universally accepted adage that the best way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Okay, we might debate that. The lesson in this adage can be seen in the Maragi ethnic group found mostly in Borno and Adamawa states, whose delicacy, Maragi special, is Maragi special. Why? Fatima Issa, over to you, tell us.
Beyond the borders, Nigeria shares with fellow African countries like the Republic of Benin in the west, Cameroon in the east, and Niger Republic in the north, a socio-cultural bond that binds them. That include a good number of traditional dishes. Among them is Margi Special. Margi Special is a Nigerian cuisine indigenous to the Margi people of the northeastern region of Nigeria. It is typically made with fish traditionally sourced from the Lake Chad, spinach, known locally as yakwa, among other ingredients. Accordingly, Margi Special is tantalizing soup recipe that can be served along or with tuwon shinkafa, semo, tuwon masara, tuwon dawa, or even with bread. How is Margi Special cooked in the traditional way is what Mrs. Sini will be taking us through.
Then you add water so that it can cook very
well. What is the health benefit of Margi Special is what we will know from our dietitian.
This catfish is packed with lean protein. And when we say lean protein, it's a protein that does not contain bad cholesterol. And all of us knows the importance or the role the protein plays in our human body. Protein is one of the primary sources of energy in our diet.
I enjoy Margi Special very much. That is what normally brings me to this restaurant. Now that it has finished, I just manage a plate of rice.
Margi
Special is one of the favorite foods I eat. I used to buy 2 to 3 plates in a week.
Knowing the health benefits of the recipe Margi Special, in addition to its irresistible delicious taste, makes people, including so many more outside the Margi extraction, to always adopt it as one of their best meals so far.
And since it's very nutritious, hey, it's the way to go. From girls to women, and with some now grandmothers, this is how old students of Federal Government Girls College, Kazaure, gathered in their alma mater to reinforce the purpose upon which federal colleges were instituted for unity and cultural integration. Yehanatu Hassan reports that it wasn't a dull moment when the Kazauretes, as they call themselves, met to celebrate with nostalgia their old school's golden jubilee.
Recalling with nostalgia how they were enrolled as students of the Federal Government Girls College Kazaure years ago. At that time they were teenagers, but today they are women of substance. Their reunion, therefore, is a platform to recall those old days and exchange pleasantries. In the last 50 years, some of these old girls have carved niche for themselves in all space of human endeavor.
On an evening, I went down to the classroom area to get water. Coming back, I didn't know there was anything like a sandstorm. Before I could get to the hostel, I was completely covered, literally covered in sand.
It was wonderful. That was when Nigeria was Nigeria. We were united.
Mixing with the Northerners made me to understand the simplicity. The Northerners are these people that accept you very easily.
Our teachers were always up and doing it.
A reunion that you can never forget.
It is a moment to celebrate our schools and to celebrate our lives.
Kazaure is a well place to know, something we can call back to give back to.
We hope that we're going to witness many more of such celebrations in long life and good health.
Mama Fati, also known as Mama Farah, is the pioneer matron of the college and is among those that received a warm reception. Her joy knows no bounds, seeing them now as mothers, some as grandmothers.
I thank God, I thank God, all my children today, I see them.
We first came to FGC Kazore, we were younger, and we met girls that are maybe almost our age mates.
They're doing very well. Many of them in so many feats, and few of them, unfortunately, chose to be teachers.
For 3 days, these women painted their alma mater red with an array of activities which include a talk show to encourage students to work hard to enable the school to retain its academic reputation.
Today is a very special day in the life of FGGC Kazore.
Yes, I'm really happy.
Plowing back to their former school is one of the highlights of the reunion, as they inaugurated projects initiated by all students as part of their little contribution.
And you cut the cake now, you are 50. Trust me.
Golden Jubilee celebration of Federal Government Girls College Kazaure has come and gone, but its memories and takeaways will continue to linger in the minds of participants for a long time to come.
I think they were just girls years ago. Time. Now, the introduction of tricycle business to the ancient city of Kano over a decade ago was conceived as a remedy to the acts of criminality associated with motorcycle operations. However, with worsening upsurge of deadly acts of criminality associated with tricycle operators, victims and observers alike now see the scheme more as security risk than otherwise. Fatima Sanusi Karaye reports that although huge revenues are associated with the business, its dark spots seem overwhelming. We want to warn you, viewers may find some pictures disturbing.
I just realized that I had a little feelings, on my hand, which at that time I really don't realize it is a cut. So it is after some few minutes he repeat the question, where is your phone? Then I realized that he has already even cut my hand. So I have to scream.
This is Musa, a young broadcast journalist that escaped death by a whisker. He was viciously attacked with a knife by two operators of tricycle known in the local parlance as Adidi Sahu along a bustling midtown street in Kano as he walked home after work. As he lay in the pool of his blood by the roadside sleeping in and out of consciousness, passers-by began filming him instead of rushing to rescue him. Since the ban of motorcycle as means of commercial transportation in 2013 due to security threats, Kano City has witnessed a sharp rise in the use of tricycle as affordable means of mass transit. However, research showed in its over a decade of operations, this business, which is put at more than 920 billion worth of capital and turnover, has metamorphosed to a breeding ground for the criminality it was initiated to curtail.
They will make in between the two of them, and on the way they'll bring out knife and tell you to release everything that you have, your phone, your money and everything. So when I noticed that
those were the same boys that stopped me. I told them that there is no way I will go in between them, that I will stay by the side. Immediately, the guy just zoomed up with the keke and they ran away.
I was robbed in Adede Sawu 2 times in 3 months. The last one, it was around 2:30 along a busy road in broad daylight. They dragged me on a street for more than 1 minute, but no one helped me.
Kano State Police Command says the command has arrested more than 500 people and has confiscated several phones in connection with these crimes.
And more power to tackling the menace of mobile phone, armed robbery and related crimes, including drug and associated substances. 1 month, 30 days was pegged by the police command to make it a history.
On its part, Kano State government has taken many decisions to regulate the operation of the riders in the state. Although this young journalist, Musa, has since recovered from the physical wounds inflicted on him, he still lives with the trauma of near-death experience. Unless the government comes up with viable and sustainable solutions that will effectively and efficiently regulate the system, Musa will continue to live in fear.
And I don't blame Musa. This is serious and something needs to be done about it urgently. We'll go for our last commercial break. NewsLine will continue soon.
Times are tough. We know that as a mother, one thing you should never compromise on is your family's oral health, because they deserve the best. Oral-B, all-round protection. It's great value. It protects your mouth from harmful bacteria and also protects you against tooth holes and gum problems which can lead to tooth loss. It strengthens your family's teeth and gives them all-round protection. So remember, protect their future. Oral-B for healthier, stronger teeth in just 1 week.
Great meals have a way of bringing out a different side of us. This is what happens when meals are seasoned with the mouth-watering original meaty flavor of Royco. We call it the Royco effect. Royco, for the original taste and aroma.
Man has always wanted a rich herbal extract made for the capable man. And when found, one wonders what makes it special. First, take a look at the cap, then the bottle, glamorously endowed with a new label in an elegant shape. And because you love to share with friends, so you ask for a bottle of Confirm Bitters. That is why they call it Mr. Capable Confirm Bitters. Now in a bold new look of 75 cl and 37.5 cl bottles for your enjoyment. The taste remains the same. Mr. Capable Confirm Bitters. True bitters.
If you want to become something, become a child again. Why be a patient? If you must worry, then worry about winning. Why worry about germs? When you come home, bring tales and stories. Why bring in germs?
Shield your families from germs. When Dettol is a part of every household bucket, then you and your family can stay protected from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Everyday use of Dettol keeps my loved ones protected.
Helen Paul! Hello, madam. Would you like to join us on this mission?
Yes, but how?
Just one question. How do you keep your toilet clean?
I use regular detergent and bleach for washing and removing yellow stains. I have been using it for years.
Oh, madam, the regular detergents and bleach are used for washing clothes. To disinfect your toilet, you need Harpic 10X. It is specially made for germs and stains removal. Harpic sticker formula settles on stains and gives 10 times better cleaning.
Wow! Now I'm convinced, Helen Paul.
Really?
Yeah.
The next house is yours.
Across the bridge, there's no more sorrow.
The family of late Chief Lawrence Echezona Ebungene of Umuchiato, Umaniago Achime, Amechi Okonano, Enugu South Local Government Area of Enugu State, announced the transition of their beloved wife, daughter, sister, aunt, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, Nnediogo Elizabeth Uzamaka Ngene, Acharugo Nwai, Noso Bumani. She was aged 85. Funeral arrangements, Thursday, 26th October 2023, 5 p.m. Service of songs and wake at Ngene Engineers Compound, Onwago Amecho Konano, behind Chief Jim Wobodo's residence. Friday, 27th October, 8 a.m., body leaves St. Martin's Hospital Mortuary for a brief stopover at her maiden home, Uguajo Konano, before heading to her hometown, Amecho Konano. 9:30 a.m., body lights and state in her compound. 10:40 a.m., body leaves her compound for burial service at St. Matthew's Anglican Church, Amecho Konano. Interment follows thereafter in her compound. Sunday, 29th October, 9 a.m., outing and Thanksgiving service at St. Matthew's Anglican Church, Amecho Konano. Mama, may your gentle soul rest in peace. Amen. Announcer, Dr. Maxwell Menkitingene, son for the family.
You'll never be unhappy.
Well, time to go. Keep a date with us next week for another interesting time on Newsline. Good night and God bless Nigeria.